Okay, this is the video lesson for solving equations and formulas. What you need to keep in mind in this section is that you are going to apply the same steps that you would in solving any equation, being that you will try to undo what is happening to the variable you're trying to solve for. So, in example number 1 here, we're solving 4x. So the first thing I'm going to do is locate my x and decide what is happening to my x. Well, you can see in this problem that the first thing that's happening to the x is that it's being multiplied by a, and then it is being subtracted by b. So again, you're going to undo what's happening to your variable, working backwards or in the reverse order. So since the last thing you said that was happening to x was that it was being subtracted by b, the first thing you will do is to add b to both sides. Now, on the left side here, your minus b and your positive b cancel out. You are left with ax equals, and on the right side here, you have c plus b, which we're going to just write exactly like that, c plus b. So, you now have ax equals c plus b, and we're still trying to get x all by itself. So since x is being multiplied by a, we'll do the opposite of that, which is to divide by a. And you're dividing both sides by a. And you can see here we're left with x on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side you have c plus b over a, which again, we're just going to write it just like that, c plus b over a. No need to simplify because there are no like terms. And you have solved the first equation for x. It is as simple as that. The exact same things we've done with regular equations. In this case, it might even be easier because you don't have to combine a lot of things because there's not a lot of like terms. All right, looking at example number 3 then. Again, we're going to solve for x. So I'm going to look and I'm going to say, okay, first thing that's happening to x is inside the parentheses here. It's being added by f. And then the next thing outside the parentheses is being added by 2. So I need to undo those in the opposite order. So the first thing I will do is to subtract 2. And we have x plus f equals j minus 2. And then the last step here will be to subtract the f. And we have x equals j minus 2 minus f. And that is it. Done there. Looking at example number 5 here, we have the distributive property in this problem. X times the quantity 4 minus k, but we're not going to distribute, we're just going to remember that distributing means multiplication. So we're trying to solve for k. I locate my k here, and I say, okay, first of all, it is a negative 1k, which is going to make a difference at the end. I'm going to have to get rid of that negative 1. And what's happening to the negative 1k is, first of all, you have this positive 4 being added to the negative 1k, and then on the outside of the parentheses here you have everything's being multiplied by x. Well, that means that that's what we're going to take care of first. The fact that everything is being multiplied by x means that's the first thing I'm going to get rid of by dividing everything by x. X's cancel. I'm left with 4 minus k, or 4 minus that 1k, I'm going to write 1k, equals, and on the right side here we have p over x. So now, like we said before, you have a positive 4 being added to the left side here, so I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides to get rid of it. I now have my negative 1k equals p divided by x minus 4. And then the last step here, since this is a negative 1k and I want positive 1k, I'm going to divide everything by negative 1, which should just change my signs here. So I'm going to write this above the problem number 5. My final answer here is going to be k equals negative p over x, and then a positive 4, because dividing by that negative 1 just simply changed all of the signs. Okay, I really think with those 3 examples you should be able to handle most of the rest of the equations here. I do want to scroll down here and look at maybe one more problem. Oh, that was a little too far. And that problem being number 13 here, just because we have a fraction there. Again, not really anything too different, but I just want to go over this just to make sure we understand here. We're solving for f, and here's my f, and I say what's happening to my f is it's being subtracted by 32, and then everything is being multiplied by this 5 over 9. So you got to remember, the first thing is to get rid of everything being multiplied by 5 over 9, you're going to multiply by the reciprocal, which is 9 over 5. So we multiply both sides by 9 over 5. In this case, the 9's and the 5's cancel, leaving me with just f minus 32. And over on this side, I now just have 9/5 c. And then simply one more step here. To get rid of the negative 32, I add 32 to both sides. So I have 9/5 c plus 32 is what f equals. Done. So there you go. There's a few examples to get you started with this section. Again, just remember, solve it just like you would any equation with just regular numbers. In this case, you just have almost all variables.